Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be going into some more Brawl. Yesterday, actually was limited day actually for you, but yesterday was also no Magic day for me because I tried to play some Standard and had absolutely zero fun in it, so I didn't end up recording a video. So today I'm going to actually go back to having fun by playing some Brawl. Today we're going to be playing a deck that I've seen a lot, which is Kinnan Prodigy. So many of you, if you're playing Brawl, might see this commander crop up from time to time. It's not one that I've actually built myself, so figured I'd give it a shot and see what I could do with it. It's a 2-mana 2/2, and whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana of any type that permanent produced. So essentially our mana docs add 2 mana minimum. So we got Elysian Caryatid, Incubation Druid, Leafkin Druid, Paradise Druid, Maraleaf Pixie, Gilded Goose, Gaia Engineer, so on and so forth. All of those are going to produce effectively double mana. Kinnan is a creature form of Leyline of Abundance, which we're also running in our deck that says whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. It's slightly better, but also slightly more fragile. Both of them, Leyline and Kinnan, have a payoff. Leyline adds counters to each of the creatures you control, and Kinnan also allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your library to put a non-human creature card from among them onto the battlefield. So every single card in our deck is a non-human, so every single creature should be able to be hit. It's not to say that we're going to hit some really good cards every time, because a lot of our creatures are mana dorks, but we do have some big payoffs right at the top end, so let's go into those. We got Kogla the Titan Ape. 6 mana 7/6. When it enters, it fights a creature you don't control, and it also has a destroy artifact and enchantment clause on it as well for attacking. You can pay 2 to bounce a human. The only human in our deck is actually Kinnan, so you know, we get to protect our commander that way and also give Kogla indestructible at the same time. We got Nyxbloom Ancient, which triples all of our mana, so yeah, Caryatid in this particular case would add 1 mana normally, adds 2 mana with Caryatid, and if it has Nyxbloom Ancient in play, then it's going to add 2 mana because of its clause, which is 6 mana with Nyxbloom Ancient, which is 7 mana with Kinnan. So this 2 mana dot can add 7 mana. So you can see how we can really go crazy with that. We also have Endray's Foreigners as well, because we can hit that off of our other payoff card, which is Finale of Devastation. We can pay X, and we're going to be trying to X10 it every time, because if we do that, we get to search our library for a creature card with X or less mana cost and put it onto the battlefield. And if X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X and haste until the end of the turn. So Endray's Foreigners comes in as a 17/17 that then pumps all the other creatures +2/2. Trample, and we should just win off of that. So it's going to play out similar to how a Kiora deck would run, of the Kiora decks of the past anyway, which is basically turbo hyper ramp in the early game, running lots of mana dorks and things like that. It's not going to run too differently to that, but we do have a lot of Ikoria cards in here to play around with, and hopefully we can do some explosive stuff and do some fun shenanigans along the way. If you do enjoy the deck, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get to the gameplay. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button below the video or check out the Patreon link down in the description below. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in, and we got Leyline of Abundance and Leafkin Druid and Gaia Engineer, so we can make lots and lots of mana, so I'm going to keep this one. See what we can do with it. Our opponent's playing Kiora, sorry. I'm playing Kinnan. Kiora, Behemoth, Beckoner, 3 mana, 7 loyalty Planeswalker. You draw cards off 4 power creatures, and then you also get to untap permanents, so ramp. Versus ramp. Alright, Leafkin Druid's pretty good, actually, to lead us into Beast Whisperer here, since it produces 2 mana right now, because of the Leyline of Abundance. So we can get Beast Whisperer drawing us cards, similar to the way that Kiora would be working right now. So let's get that down, and then every time we play a mana dork, we draw a card. We do need some blue mana at some point this year, but I'm sure we can manage, right? Right? So if I went with Nylea and drew a land, I could play Incubation Druid. I'll take my chances on that, I think. Pass the turn, I guess. Alright, Rampy. Ooh, opponent's got Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. And they're gonna mill me. Why is Jace in their deck? Ooh, Incubation Druid's very good. Alright, so we're gonna go Kinnan. Make sure that Leafkin Druid taps for 4 mana now, and then we can do Incubation Druids. Got an activation on Nylea. Island's pretty good. So Nylea activations are 1 mana with Biomancer's Familiar, or we could just go with Gaia Engineer and potentially just win next turn. Alright, finally we'll activate Nylea, we'll see what's on top. Graveyard the land. And send this towards Kiora. Opponent will just block with an Boreal Grazer or not. Okay. Do they plan on winning here then, maybe? So all my mana docks are producing additional green from the Leyline of Abundance. Then they're producing an additional colour of whatever they're producing from Kinnan. So I'm producing a lot of mana here for this finale. I also have a draw 5 if I really want it with the Return of the Wild Speaker. So we'll see what we want to do. The only thing we really have to dodge is counter magic if they're playing it. And they certainly could be playing it. Tail's End is a thing that I would expect them to be running, but I have come across a deck recently which was Uro Counterspell Tribal. So if our opponent's willing to stoop that low, then won't put it past our opponent to do anything of that sort, as they are. So can I do an X10 now? Yes, I can. Okay. I mean, this does clear their board, but maybe I could do better. I could do better, right? Let's do... yeah, let's keep going. I reckon they can't kill me, and I just wanna overkill my opponent, to be perfectly honest. Then we'll go with Uro. Nyx Lotus seems good. Get a Castle Vantress into play. Could play Kogler and fight a creature. Nah, I'm just gonna go Nyx Lotus. Oh, and I can go Kogler? Good lord. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna do it all. Woo! Oh, then there's Nyx Bloom Ancient. Good grief. How much toughness you got? Yeah, we'll fight Rolex. They get to proliferate. I don't really care. I don't think they can win off of any of this proliferate mattering. Actually, we could Tails End it. There you go. Alright, and then this costs 1 mana, so we'll use that floating mana. Put a Yorvo into play. Send this towards Kiora, I guess. That should force a block. Yup. Alright, so they have to win right now. I don't know if they can. I don't think it's possible. Land. Puts a Great Henge in the trash. Dang it! So I'm gonna overkill our opponent, I think. I'm gonna Nyx Bloom Ancient, which triples my mana from all sources, which means that this Nyx Lotus is tapping for 16 times 3. 48? Is that right? Something like that. 48 mana on a Finale of Devastation. They're not gonna let us play it out, I can tell you right now. We ain't getting that 48 with Finale of Devastation. They're probably going to explode before then. But it's thought that counts, right? And it'll be even more than that as well, because we can tap down some Leafkin Druids and things like that as well. Untap a permanent.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
So we've got 9 mana. Finale X7. Oh, you poor opponent. You poor opponent. Yeah, you can take what you want. I'm going to win now. You can Agent of Treachery. I just do not care. Taking Kogla. I'm not going to say that was the worst choice you could have made, but pretty sure that's the worst choice you could have made. Alright, so we're going to tap like this with Nyx Bloom. Which then allows me to go boop. This actually adds more mana. You Agent of Treachery me to remove the fun from the game, and then you scoop before I can finale you? That's just rude. Alright, so we play Yorvo. This produces 16 times 3 mana. This produces 3. This produces 3. This produces 3. This produces... Ooh, what's this produce now? Default 2. So it'd be 6 with the Nyx Bloom Ancient. I think it's plus 7 with Kinnan. So that's producing 7. This produces 2. So that produces 7 total as well. Yeah, we got a lot of mana for a finale. But our opponent's just rude. They want to steal our thing and lose. That's up to them, I guess. Scroof, Agent of Treachery. I want it banned. Get rid of it. Out of my life. Alright, we're up against You're Not Allowed to Have Fun.deck. And we're going to keep this one. Because it's got Leyline of Abundance in it. And I like a Leyline. So we're going to lead off with Garen Brig into Maraleaf Pixie, see what we do. Our opponent's going to have to remove everything we play here, so... Yeah, I think we'll just go with Maraleaf Pixie first. Opponent doesn't have Shock or 1 mana burn spells, which is a good sign. Ember Hauler. Alright, so we've got a turn to work with Maraleaf Pixie, I guess. I don't know if that means that we want to drop down Kinnan, to be honest. I think it probably means that we try to put as many enchantments on our lands as possible. So there's no way to do this in a way that I get to Gift of Paradise into Kinnan, because this makes it add 2 of the same colour. So I think I'll just Gift of Paradise onto the breeding pool instead. Nice ramp. So if they don't kill Maraleaf Pixie here, which I assume they're going to, we're adding 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. So that's enough for the Great Henge to gain loads of life this early on against the Torbrand deck. That's pretty bad for them. Question is, can I Kinnan into Great Henge into some sort of scoozy shenanigans? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Actually, what we can do is we can activate Castle Garenbrig, and that leaves me with, I think, enough... No, not enough to... 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaves me with... Use the blue, dang it. There we go. Alright, ooze. Make another ooze off the extra mana. Now we got plenty of blockers for Krenko. So I don't have to worry about that necessarily. Happy to block Krenko, because just getting him out of the way when there's a Torbran on its way is probably not great. Alright, so they got rid of Skoos. And they leave. Yep, they have absolutely no chance of winning. We go Kinnan, Great Henge, start drawing cards. Probably Great Henge, Kinnan, to be honest. Gaining life, drawing cards. They're just way too far behind almost immediately. So, yay, hyper ramp. Oh, yay! We're against one of my least favourite commanders of recent memory, Nethroi. And it's also got Umori, which means there are... Actually, this probably is the inferior version, weirdly enough. So, can we take this hand? Because I think the reason I've lost to Nethroi most of the time is because I've got all them, the new enchantments. And this means that they don't. But you never know. I mean... We've got to have an explosive hand. I don't think this is explosive enough. This is much better. Can pay 1 to create a food? My goodness. Turn 1 Gilded Goose. Hey, that's my play. Boo hiss. Alright. So yeah, usually they've got, I can't actually remember the name of the cards because I got a terrible memory, but... Yeah, the stuff that does the thing. You know what I mean. Let's go with Thornwood Falls. And I guess it's Leafkin Druid. So that we can then Kinnan next turn have... hopefully enough mana to do some scary stuff. Yeah. You want to have your mana docs in play first before you Kinnan. That way when it comes down it actually does a thing immediately. Rather than set it up and then watch it die. Especially since you're actually like summoning sick mana docs as well. It's not really going to do you much good. There's Umori. Alright, cost reduction. So, now I can do Kinnan. Leafkin Druid adds mana. Go Wolf Willow Haven, I suppose. Pass the turn. Sucks that I had to use my Gilded Goose so early, but I think it was definitely the better play. I know my opponent just cannot have normal removal for Kinnan, because we know that they're only running creatures in their deck. Thanks to this little doozy right here. Got Eternal Ketra. I mean, that's one way to win the game. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Cavalier. Try and get more mana. Let's go with Garen Brig. And then Temple of Mystery. Actually, that's free, right? That is free. With Kinnan out. So we'll just... keep that on top. Might as well have free mana, right? Because it says any non-land permanent tapping for mana adds 1 mana of any type that permanent would produce. So this is a 2-mana spell that adds 2 mana. Alright, so they're using creatures like Maya Triton and Gorging Vulture to fill up the yard for Nethroi. It's not as bad as it could be, though. My graveyard. Do I want anything in it? There is a Kogla. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna get booped with a Gilded Goose. Don't know if there's any sense in losing a Cavalier of Thorns this early when I don't need to. I can get it later. So what you doing? Finishing combat, playing a land, and then passing. Okay. So let's add free mana. Let's add this card right here, which is 1 mana. Let's... Questing beasts. Make a 5/5 Death Toucher. Get a Nissa. Okay, and then we'll Yarvo. Keep drawing. It's the engines that are key here, folks. Alright, so now I could... Yeah, I think I'll get in with the Questing Beast here. I get to 2-4 my opponent, essentially, with it. It'll do its job at that point. Although, Nethroy, speaking of, actually, would just bring them all back. Well, some of them back, anyway. Ooh. Gonna mutate onto that, eh? That could be pretty bad for us. So they get to destroy a creature, then bring back 10 power worth of creatures, and make a 4/4. And have a flying 5/5. Death Touch Lifelink. And kill Kinnan. That doesn't seem right. Questing Beast it is. Sure. Got Thorn Mammoth. Damn. That's pretty good. Eyeing up my yard. Wondering whether or not they should kill my Cavalier of Thorns. Alright, so Kinnan dies to the command zone. And then Yarvo dies, but so does the Thorn Mammoth. And then Questing Beast dies. Let's see how they choose to attack. Take 6. That's fine. Alright. So this is a tough one. So I'm really unsure how to proceed here, honestly. I don't want to use any of my non-land mana, because Kinnan's going to produce extra off of it. I kind of want to activate my Garen Brig, because I think that's probably going to be relevant. But I'm also not entirely sure on that. All depends on what I top deck, to be honest. Let's play Kinnan. There's a Renata. I'm thinking I just try to go as wide as possible. Let's add some extra mana off Garen Brig, leaving a blue open as well for maybe Biomancer's Familiar later down the line. Could go Nissa, but it's going to die, but that might be fine. I think that's fine. Tick up on a blue source. Play Biomancer's Familiar. Play Paradise Druids. Ronus. Alright. So I'm trying to open up a point where I can let Cavalier of Thorns die, get Finale of Devastation, and win the game. I just don't know if I can do it through this entire board state, to be honest. Command zone. It's a tough board state to be pushing through. But if I could do Ronus plus Finale X7, I think it is. 8. Excuse me? Excuse me? So, right, what do they do here? They attack in with, presumably, like, everything to try and kill Nissa. I have to block with Cavalier in some fashion, so maybe on Nethroy, maybe. I don't know. Not entirely sure. I get back Finale. Let's assume Nissa dies. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I add that one? I'm not sure. So we can X14, X12, a finale with whatever's left. Not all of it has trample though, so I don't think our opponent's dead. I'd need to be able to Ronus to double the Foreigner's power, I think. Which is an inevitable thing, I suppose, but in that time, they're going to be producing loads of 4/4s. I don't think I had that game in the bag, but opponents seem to think so. Let's go for one more. Oh dear, this isn't going to be a pretty game, I don't think. Alright, I'm going to keep this hand. It's got lots of mana dorks. We got Lotus Field plus Tail's End as an option. So our opponent's running Niv Mizzet Peyrune, which is basically the pinger of mana dorks. So on turn 6, I'm going to lose. It's going to be like normal Niv Mizzet, except for normal Niv Mizzet wins on turn 5 and you just lose for 0 effort. So yeah, we're just going to have to win before then, essentially, but 9 times out of 10, this is going to be counter-based and burn-based, so I don't think anything that I play is actually going to stick around, unfortunately. So that is a concern. So we're going to go Island, and I guess we're just going to go Kinnan, because I'm not going to Growth Spiral a Lotus Field into play. Just to get Kinnan down. Be a little mana efficient, I suppose. See if he dies. No. Okay. So, do I Lotus Field? It does mean that I get to Nissa very quickly. So I guess there's no reason not to. Let's go. Then again, I could wait a little while. No, I shouldn't. Full control, Lotus Field, counter the trigger. Pay for that. Resolve, take full control off. And say go. So now we got 6 mana next turn for Nissa, who shakes the metagame. Our lands tap for 3 mana as well, so it's a shame we don't have like a breeding pool. Because we would be able to Nissa into Growth Spiral or something like that. Well, it doesn't really matter. Kinnan's dead. Go to the command zone, my friend. There's a Castle Gear and Brig. Alright, so I think we're just gonna throw out Nissa. Untap a Forest, which leads us into 3 damage into a Gaia Engineer. Gaia Engineer comes down, and then next turn, Kinnan should be able to produce too much mana for our opponent to beat our Hydroid Crisis card advantage. Tapped out with a 0/4. You love to see it. Alright, so add 3, 4, 6 mana there. Let's go Kinnan. Means that our creatures add lots and lots and lots of mana. In fact, I can activate Kinnan right now. Is that worth doing? Not entirely sure. That's a lot of mana. Let's untap Castle Gear and Brig, because I can use this green mana here. Let me just make sure that it does it the right way. Pay on this mana here. There we go. And now we've got an X8 Hydroid Crisis. It's not the best, but it's pretty great. There we go. Alright, that should keep up with the Crackling Drake. What's next? Vivian Monster's Advocate is an option. Opponent's a little far away from Niv Mizzet. We do want to be building up a board that Niv Mizzet can't beat. Which I think we're mostly there, to be honest. Cavalier. Yeah, it's a lot of card advantage. It helps that a lot of our creatures here are mono green as well, because we can tap the Castle Garen Brig and it should produce, what is it, 7 mana now? Yeah, 7. Ooh, Kiora. Okay. So, Kiora. I think we're going off, ladies and gents. So I'm gonna tap this to produce lots of mana. Do we activate Kinnan here? Or do we just play out loads of stuff and draw loads of cards? That's a tough one. I think loads of cards might be in order. No, let's activate Kinnan. I could get like Nyx Bloom Ancient or something like that. Biogenic Ooze. That's pretty good. Then we'll go untap Castle Garen Brig.
Let's get moving.
Untap Lotus Field? I guess so.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Activate Kinnan. Get Endray's Foreigners. That seems pretty good. Have a Forest. Have a Incubation Druid. Get in with our Vigilant Boys. And yeah, I don't think a Niv Mizzet deck can beat that. Biggest removal spell they have is 4 damage to everything. Let's kill the 5 power toughness creature, I guess. It's all dying anyway. So they get to shuffle and then scry 2 to find an answer. I don't think they can. I think they will explode as the moment that they draw the next card. 2 to the bottom. And... oh, Flood of Tears. That's a reset and a half. Okay, back to my hands. It's all non-land permanents as well, so... let's go Kinnan. Kiora. Forest.
Help myself.
Untap Lotus Field.
I love to make a splash.
Swing for 9. Actually, we could have Forerunnered, couldn't we? Oops. I think we could. I don't know. I'm having too much fun to Forerunner. Nissa. Untap this this forest. Let's just get all the green stuff out of our hand. Goose. Druids. And then that'll do. That'll do, pig. Let's get rid of this midnight clock. And we win. What you got now? I'm gonna pig you. You're gonna get pigged. Do you want to get pigged? Or do you want to explode? I guess they could have Storm's Wrath. Everything dies to Storm's Wrath right now, but the delay says they don't have it. Roll reversal. Okay, well, in response, float my mana. You got a tapped creature. So I'm not just tapping it for BM there. If they exchange control, they get it in whatever state it's in, so in this particular case, I tap my creature, they get it tapped. Otherwise, I open them up to deal 3 damage to me. I know WoWy and all that, but... alright, let's not be mean. Let's just all attack. Let's get in. Opponent wasn't really going to beat us unless they got to this really quick and we did something really slow. I guess they could have had Storm's Wrath, but I mean, then we have like Endray's Foreigners. I'm sure we could get that down real easy. And have no real problems, to be honest. More Forests for extra tapping. Kiora for extra untapping. And it's just glorious all around. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. You know the drill at this point. Leave a comment for the engagement gremlins. Other than that though, hope you've enjoyed and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.